Hey guys, Ew. Let's try that again. Hey guys, welcome back. So, today, and I mean distracted, today we're going to do something, we're going to talk about something that I've talked about before, which is work. Okay, but I had an interesting work day the other day and I wanted to just share it with you guys. Now, it wasn't a busy work day or anything like that, it was just a normal day as far as volume of customers and orders go. Pretty simple. But for some reason, and I say that like I don't know, every single person that I worked with, or maybe just a select few, was getting on my nerves to such an extent that I just wanted to go into the back and scream. And part of this I know is coming from, I work with kids, or I tend to have teenagers on my shifts for a little while at least, and they can be extra, lots of drama. But that wasn't the big part. The big part was I was having a bad day mentally, and where I work, it's very loud and very bright, and it's a lot, and I sometimes get very overstimulated when I'm working, and it's unfortunate, and it does happen, and I try to power through it because I am the manager and there's very little I can do. I can't call out or have another manager, you know, cover for me because we don't have very many at the moment. We're very short on managers. So yes, that was frustrating, but I was powering through it. We were doing good. And we've got this new guy who likes to complain a lot about everything, which you get people like that all the time. But he's one of those people that is constantly asking for hours, complaining that he's not getting enough hours, but the moment we look slightly dead is asking to leave. And whatever, if you want to go, I'm not going to make you stay. Especially if I don't need you there, you're just eating up my labor anyway. But he doesn't just come up to me and ask me, can I go? No, he just stands about maybe a foot away from me and hovers. He doesn't say anything, he just hovers there. Now me, on this particular day, already being slightly just overwhelmed because I'm oversensitive to light and sound some days. I've been overstimulated at this point. I am getting super, super annoyed by the whole process. And what? What do you want? Do you want up? Hold on. Come here. There you go. I'm getting super annoyed by the whole thing. And like, there's another driver there that is also, he's just constantly, he can't do anything without having to ask me first. Can I do this? Can I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that? Like, use basic problem solving skills and go do it. Alright? And I know working in food and with the public or with people in general, it leads to a lot of frustrations. A lot of workplace frustrations. But this particular day, the only thing I wanted to do was go in the back closet and have a really strong cry. That's how overstimulated I was at that point. And for the most part, the people I work with are really cool about that. Like, oh yeah, my boss understands that, hey, sometimes I'm having a bad mental brain day, so I'm going to be doing the absolute bare minimum, and if anybody so much as looks at me funny, I'm probably going to burst into tears. It happens. So she's usually pretty cool about it. But we did have one guy. I was having a bad day. My brain was all over the place. It was just, I couldn't shut it up, and I was sitting down in the office trying to just calm down, and he has the audacity to go to one of the other workers and be like, she's super lazy. Of course, I'm not completely out at work. I mean, I don't talk about my gender identity at work because I don't want to get fired. And you could do that here, where I live. Now, my boss wouldn't, but if it got to some of the higher ups, they might. So, she, which always is a way to just slightly annoy me, calling me super lazy and that I never do anything and I'm just another lazy manager, and I'm like, I'm sorry. What? I didn't say anything. I don't like confrontation. I'm not a confrontational person. But I was very annoyed with it, and it's frustrating when you have these mental illnesses or any type of disability like that that makes it super hard for you to do things on certain days, and people are just like, well, you're just lazy because you don't look like you're sick, so you're just lazy. He's like, of course I don't look like I'm sick. It's all in my brain, dick. Sorry. Maybe I should leave that. I don't know how, though. So, I get workplace frustrations. I get them from customers. I get it from my coworkers. I get it when upper management doesn't listen to us, and we're all the managers in the store. We're all sitting around going, "What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?" We'll figure it out. It's work, and I don't mind so much. But don't call me lazy. I mean, I am there usually anywhere between 8 to 10 hours a day. I'm doing this hand now. It's going to be messy. 8 to 10 hours a day, sometimes more, depending on how busy we are. And I'm dealing with everything that I can possibly think of. I am managing employees, managing labor, trying to get the manager stuff done, like counting inventory and stuff, running around like a chicken without a head, taking customer complaint phone calls, and those are always frustrating. I've talked about those before. But especially the ones where they're just calling to complain. They don't really want you to do anything. They don't want anything. They're just calling to complain. And I'm like, I have so many things to do. Just write an email. Please. And like, in the franchise I work for, there are 2 stores in this town. I've talked about it before. The town's a little under 60,000 people. There are 2 stores. And sometimes people call to complain about the other store, and I'm like, I don't know what you want from me. And sometimes they don't want anything. They just want to be heard, which is valid. It's valid. But it's also annoying. So frustrations. It's always frustrating when you're trying to get things done and people are constantly interrupting you. And you're never gonna like everybody you work with. That's just life. It's just how it goes. But I remember this one particular guy. Oh, I'm not gonna name names, but he did not last very long, okay? He always thought he knew everything better than everybody, and he's very young. He was probably like 18 or 19. He had the "my daddy's a doctor" syndrome because his dad was literally a doctor. But also, you still work in pizzas, so I don't really care. And then we find out that he is super homophobic. So that was fun. And at the time, besides myself, there were 2 guys there that were also gay and happened to be together. They were a couple. And one of these guys, let's just think Jonathan from Queer Eye. Hair and everything. So, needless to say, the homophobic driver did not last very long. It was not a good time. And I'm not saying that gay people can't be horrible people to work with, because I worked with some gays that oh man, no. But blatant homophobia in the workplace, while here it's not something that you can get fired for, it is really frustrating to work with, especially as a manager, and he doesn't want to listen to you because, you're gay, and I'm just like, well, first off, I'm queer, but we're not going to get into that discussion because you're not going to listen anyway. And it was just a bunch of things that did not go too badly. A bunch of things about it, but that's the point of this was workplace frustrations plus my mental illness and my overstimulated brain. It's a bad time. It's it's such a bad time, and I get so frustrated, and then I get mad, and then I just kind of shut down completely because I don't want to do anything, and my brain is just like, can't handle it. It's inconvenient, to say the least. And it was a bad day for me. I just wanted to talk about it. I didn't actually end up crying. So, like, when I finally got to leave work, it's really late. I'm driving the back roads, and I just listened to really loud, angry music the way home. Which, it can be loud that late at night because it's the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around. Plus, everything in this town shuts down like at 9 o'clock, except for a few delivery places, of which I am one of them. So, that was work that day. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember now. I have started to block it out. But that's what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to do a nice little, this was my day, and it was really frustrating. Mental illnesses, I've tried to be really open about mental illness here when I talk to you guys. So, workplace frustrations, mental illnesses. They don't go well together. There was a bug on my desk. Go away. Nope. Look like an ant. I don't like ants. Where did you even come from? So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I was going to paint my nails, so I decided I would do it now because it would give me some sort of distraction. And I don't know, when I'm distracted like that, when I'm doing like multiple tasks, I tend to have a better flow of words. And this hand usually goes a lot worse than it did. This little finger is a little off, but for the most part, not too bad. Not too shabby. And of course I did it in black because I had to stick with my monochrome aesthetic. I'm committed at this point. It's been 28 years. We're sticking with it, okay? What can I say? I think everything I'm wearing is black right now. I'm wearing flip-flops though, but they're still black. Alright guys, thank you for watching again. Thanks Roxy for making noise in the background. Dogs, right? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. Again, I know there's only 9 of you, but it's 9 of you that have, for some reason, want to watch these videos, so I appreciate it. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, comment in the section below. I like to read things and comments and stuff. And if you want to watch my next video, you can click one of these places. I don't know where it's going to be yet. Or you can, oh wait, yeah, you can subscribe. That's what I was trying to say. Or you can watch my last video, which I'll put somewhere on the screen. I haven't decided yet. I'm starting to figure that out though. It's harder than I thought it would be, but a lot simpler too. I just get confused by the slideys. Anyway, thanks you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!